What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Happy Friday morning. Hopefully everyone's having a good one out there. Hope you had a good week, victory week, after beating those Eagles on Monday night. But it's time to move on. We got a short week, and so it's time to prepare for the Carolina Panthers for Sunday's matchup. Now, I want to say this. On my channel, we will never be afraid. We'll never be scared of an opponent. But as I always say, we will respect our opponents, besides the Eagles, right? Besides the Eagles. So, the Carolina Panthers, they are a young team. And I know a lot of people, in particularly Cowboys fans, are not really familiar with what they have in-house in Carolina. Because, of course, we pay attention to our team, and not a lot of fans pay attention to what's going on around the NFL. But if you take a look at the Carolina Panthers, especially on the defensive side of the ball, they have a lot of young defensive players out there who are athletic, they have speed, they have size, and they're very physical. And so what I've been trying to explain to a lot of people on Twitter, at JTuck151, of course, definitely give me a follow, is that you cannot sleep on this opponent. Now, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will fare well against the Panthers on Sunday, but there are going to be a few challenges when I look at this team. So primarily, this team is a 3-4 team. As you kind of see there, they have 3 down linemen, but they run a different base fronts. Sometimes they might have a 5-man front, 6-man fronts. They're very similar to what we're running here in-house with Dan Quinn, but they have a lot of youth and they get off the ball. And so I know a lot of people have been saying to me on Twitter, like, Tuck, even though the Panthers are 3-0, they haven't played anybody. Well, I disagree. Even though their first game was versus the Jets, right? And Zach Wilson's first game and kind of like Sam Darnold's revenge game, it was a good matchup. But the second game is what I'm really looking at when they played versus the Saints, because the Saints were coming off a big victory versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, I know they had some COVID issues with their coaches and different things like that, but hey, it's a division game, and sometimes you have to line up mano a mano and make the best team win. And clearly, on that game in week 2, the Panthers were the best team. Now, defensively, like I'm saying, they do have a lot of young players that fly to the ball. If you look at Reddick right here, and also their interior, they're just coming off the edge, man, but they're flying. And I know a lot of people were saying that, Jameis Winston was holding the ball too long. He was holding to the ball, man, but this is just pure effort in the interior. So I feel like this game, y'all, on Sunday is going to be won in the trenches. And though our offensive line has played well thus far, and you're seeing this all over Twitter, my guy Big Game James has said this, my guy Nix has said this, this will be the toughest front that the Cowboys have seen since week 1 versus Tampa. And I definitely agree, because these guys in Daquan Jones, you also have my guy Brian Burns from Florida State, like they get after it on the defensive side of the ball. And so it's going to be up to Kellen Moore to properly scheme for this game. Now, the question's been asked. Will we continue to see the trend of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard? I believe so, because even though defensively the Panthers are only allowed like 45 rushing yards thus far, and they have one of the top-ranked defenses in the NFL across the board, I will say this, I don't feel like they faced an offense that's explosive as ours, because we have a lot of weapons, damn it, Cowboys fans. But I don't think that we're going to abandon the run, but I think that the game plan will lean a lot more towards what we saw week 1 versus what we saw the last two weeks versus the Chargers and also that other team that we dog-walked, right? Because with J.C. Horn actually being out, I don't think that C.J. Henderson will be fully a go. So I feel like their secondary will be limited. So I feel like if you want to attack their weak spots, it's going to be their secondary taking our wide receivers over their corners. Now, they still have some corners in Jeremy Chin, who's still kind of youthful, that they drafted last year. Their safety play is kind of up in the air as of right now, but I feel like that is the weak point of attack, is to attack them in the air. But you have to give Dak Prescott time. You have to give Dak Prescott time. And salute to my guy, Professor O. I think he said that the Panthers, they blitz around 38% of the time, which I believe is third amongst the NFL currently at this point. Now, I'll say this. If you give Dak Prescott time versus the blitz, I'll take that matchup all day because we do have Schultz. We do have Blake Jarwin, who's playing at a high level thus far. Dalton Schultz is playing at a high level thus far. So I like the matchup if they continue to blitz. But it's going to be very critical that this offensive line is great at picking up these stunts and these different reads in the pressure. And my biggest concern when you look at the pressure, a lot of it is coming from the interior. So Connor Williams, Tyler Biadasz, they're going to have a tough matchup. I feel like they are. But if they're able to maintain, Terrence Steele is able to maintain what we've seen thus far, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys can handle the Carolina Panthers. Now, we'll dive in to more of the keys to victory defensively, but I wanted to drop this quick video, y'all, just to tell y'all, don't sleep on the Panthers, man. I know Cowboys fans, we came off a great win. Everything's looking good. We're feeling good about the Monday night victory. But just because you're not familiar with the names or the team is kind of a small market team, don't think that this game is going to be a cakewalk because the Carolina Panthers definitely have the talent on the defensive side of the ball to cause issues for our Cowboys offense, man. So your boy Jay Tuck, definitely follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and give us a follow and subscribe. Somewhere down there. And also, go to CowboysFansOnly.com. I'm about to restock the store, y'all. Got some new drip coming for y'all. You definitely want to check out CowboysFansOnly.com. Use that code CFOGame to get your 10% off, man. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys. Let's get it. Peace.